I've never truly been as happy as I am now, like from quitting porn. Quitting porn to me has made my like mental health, my happiness just skyrocket over the past months to years. I want to talk about the good side effects that quitting porn has gotten me because I talk a lot about, the bad stuff, feeling shit, feeling depressed, all this bad stuff. But I want to talk to you about the good stuff because if you hear the good stuff, it's not like bullshit because I've gone through this. I've genuinely I am a far more happier person than I have been before when I was consuming porn and literally doing nothing with my life. Like I am so grateful. Porn has literally it's given me discipline. Not fapping. Going to the gym every single day, working on something every single day that I enjoy, that I truly love. It's given me discipline. So then when there's stuff I don't want to do, maybe there's some days where, I'm a bit more horny or lustful, or there's days where I don't want to go to the gym or something, I end up going anyway because I have that discipline. I have that energy drive to do what I want to do. And I genuinely believe it's from quitting porn because when I was still watching porn and I wasn't on NoFap, I didn't have discipline. If I didn't want to do something, I just didn't do it, and it always ended up consuming porn, jacking off, literally going down a dark tunnel where I didn't achieve shit. And I would say that the best side effect of quitting porn is how joyful and happy I am. I just love when I go hang out with my friends and we're laughing the whole time. We're laughing the whole time. There's no negativity. There's nothing. Even in my spare time, I literally asked my dad the other day. I was like, I'm not upset. Like, you can see on me that I'm pretty happy. Like, there's no days where I'm genuinely sad or depressed or upset, So I would say that's the best side effect you can get from quitting porn is literally you're always going to be happy. You're always going to be joyful. You're going to be that joyful guy, which girls see. Girls see that guy and they're going to be more attracted to him, to you, because you're happy and you're not one of these weird people who are just sad and depressed all day. Another good side effect from quitting porn is, for me now, personally, I can actually hold eye contact with a girl. I can just hold eye contact with her, and it's in a way, build sexual tension through that. I know that before I was still watching porn, I wouldn't be able to do that. I wouldn't have been able to do that. I would have looked at a girl, she would have looked at me, and I would have looked away. That would have been the person I would have been back then. But now it's completely changed. I'm so much more confident. When there's girls looking at me, I can just look at them, hold the eye contact. So that's one of the best side effects, personally. I prefer happiness in something, but this is also really nice. And just being that social guy, always trying to make new friends. To me, I'm trying to make new friends. I am making new friends, and I love it because when you have a social circle of a couple of dudes, it's nice. But when you can expand that to more guys, it's gonna feel great. You're just coping by saying that, oh, I've got one or two friends and I'm happy with them. I used to say that. I used to be oh, but I got this best friend and I got this friend and that's all I need. But the reality is, the more friends you have and the better the friends are, the more fun you're going to have, because you're always going to be able to do something with someone, There's always going to be someone to do something with, and you're just going to naturally enjoy life more. I was at a club. It was my first time going to a nightclub. It was a couple of weeks ago. And the reason I want to say this is I know what the older version of me would have done. So we're at this club, we're dancing, and me and my friend are genuinely having a fun time. we were just vibing there, dancing. I was talking to a bunch of dudes. And I didn't really talk to much girls, but towards the end of the night, this girl comes along. She like fully smiles at me. I hold eye contact with her and smile back. And I told myself, I'm going to be a retard if I don't go up to her. Like, I'm going to be that retard who got everything he needed. He held eye contact. She smiled at me first. I smiled back at her. And I'm just going to do absolutely nothing. So, in that moment, I was like, fuck it. So, I went up to her. We started dancing, blah, blah, talked a little bit, got her Insta. And then she had to go to a different club with her friends. They were all going, and she was like, oh, do you want to come with me? But we have to go now. And I know my older self would have gone, because it would have been that like neediness, that chasing cheap dopamine, like chasing validation, chasing that girl. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go with you. I was driving my friend, so we were there together, and I told her, no, I'm not going because my friend's here and I'm not ditching him. I went to say goodbye, and then I ended up kissing her, and that was literally just because I was so confident, and I was like, fuck, I'm the man here, And then I went back, I told my friend what happened, and he was like, yo, bro, and I was like, yeah, dude, I'm not ditching you over some girl, like, fuck that. And looking back at that, I realized how grateful I am for actually doing that, because if I ditched that friend, he probably wouldn't have never talked to me ever again. I mean, likewise, if someone ditched me for a girl, I'd be like, fuck you, dude. Like, But I know my my younger self, what he would have done. He would have been in the club, too shy to talk to anyone, being probably in his little zone with his friend, and then he'd go home, and instead of talking to some girl in the club, he would have jacked off to Pornhub. So, saying that, I am genuinely like super happy where I am right now, and you can be here as well. I made like a full nofap guide. This is the top link in the description. You join. It's not, I'm gonna be honest with you, brother, it's not gonna be easy to quit porn, but eventually, like, time's running. Like, you're going through your years anyway, so if you quit porn in half a year, or like fully in a year, which is way too long, I'm talking like a couple of months, you can be off this stuff. You're gonna get to that point anyway. So why not, when you're at that point, you're already gonna be off porn, then saying, oh nah, but it takes too long. It's like same with learning a new skill. Like, you can progress the skill, become better at it, but people are like, oh, but it's gonna take too long. Time is gonna pass anyway. Time is gonna get there. You're gonna get there. The difference is you're going to have the skill. You're going to quit porn. Then your a younger version, which wouldn't, and would be more depressed and sad. And so it's quite a no-brainer. But the best thing I like about quitting porn is just having amazing mental health. I'm not sad. I'm not feeling shit. I don't feel like a loser. I don't feel like this loser stuck at home doing absolutely nothing. I feel like something better. I feel someone like better. Like the other day I was with my friends in the city. We were all hitting a gym workout, and I used to bench 105. I got that like not long ago. And then I hit 1075. And then I went for a PR. No, that was my PR. So I was like, oh shit. And I was like, why didn't I go for 110? All the boys hyping me up. I hit 110 and I just felt so great. So it's this feeling of not being a loser, not being sad and shit, depressed. And you can genuinely enjoy your life more. And the better thing about it is getting your work done, not being always sidetracked, and just getting stuff done that makes you feel fulfilled. Because when you get your work done and you're fulfilled from that, you're going to get a way higher high, like a higher dopamine high than watching porn. Because watching porn gives you a dopamine level, but then it drops. Doing something like work or gym, it just keeps growing up and up and up and up. It never drops. So doing this, is what I've experienced one of the best things. It also has made me like think clearer. Fuck, I'm gonna butcher that, but basically, it's made me focus without distractions. Like, I can sit down in the room or I can talk to someone and I'm not having these stupid distractions in my brain. I think meditation has helped that a lot because I can just sit there, meditate. Some thought's going to get into my brain. I'm going to realize I've got that thought and then I'm going to focus back on my breathing. And that's like a full cycle step. And the more often you do that, the more likely you're going to focus in the future, and the more likely you're going to up that like focus and just start getting rid of the, destroyed dopamine that's in your brain that's making you get a shit attention span, all this bullshit. But so that's what I see a big like improvement is. I can genuinely just sit down and focus on something. And lastly, I want to talk to you is what I love from quitting porn is I've made smarter choices. Before, I used to make some stupid choices that would lead me somewhere, which initially, yes, I learned from them, but now I've been making way smarter decisions, better choices. I remember when I first got with my ex, I fell in love through oxytocin. And it's because I let my emotions dominate me. I let my emotions take like over me, And that was in an era where I was still watching porn, so I let my emotions think. I don't let my brain think. Because yeah, your brain will give you the most logical upfront option, but sometimes you don't want to take that option. Sometimes it's easier to let your emotions tell you what to do. So I did that, and then had a relationship. But when you kind of make decisions with your brain, which originally quitting porn made me like make more decisions with my brain, it'll lead you down a far, far, far further better life. Because look, if someone's gonna offer you cocaine and you're gonna be like, oh, my emotions are telling me I want to try, but your brain is like, don't be a retard, don't take cocaine. What's the benefit of it? Nothing. You're probably going to get some high and then you're going to feel like shit. Maybe you're going to even get addicted and then you're going to be a crackhead. So, like, making smarter decisions evolves after quitting porn. That's what I've experienced. It's all my smart decisions, all my better ideas that I had is quitting porn. I'm more fulfilled. I'm more happy. I just feel better. And you can have this as well. Literally, all you gotta do, I know it's quite like easy to say, but all you gotta do is quit porn. And I've made that course. It's the top link in the description. You quit porn, you will feel happy again. You will love your life. You will love yourself because you've overcome some addiction that the media, the world is portraying on younger men. I hope I could have helped you in this video. Showed you my side, like how truly happy I am quitting this shit. Thank you.